You put your foundation on so carefully in the morning, hoping for that smooth, natural look. But a few hours later, it's settled into every fine line around your eyes and mouth. The dry patches look cakey, the color starts shifting, and suddenly you look older instead of polished. After menopause, it feels like these products are fighting your skin instead of working with it. I'm a Korean makeup artist, 51 myself, 30 years with mature skin in my chair. I'm not guessing at what works after 50. I'm wearing it. That's why I can finally tell you exactly what to throw out. In this video, the 5 foundations I now beg my clients to stop using because they don't hold up in our 50s and 60s, the 2 that actually deliver a comfortable natural finish, and the one I reach for first that makes skin look like skin, not makeup. I'm scoring all 8 out of 10. And the first one doesn't just lose points, it actively makes you look older than you are. So that's where we start. First up, House Labs. My score, 0 out of 10. I'm sorry, but no. I had a client bring this into my chair. Gorgeous bottle all over her feed, and she was so hopeful about it. It looks cute for about 5 minutes. Then it starts sliding. It grabs onto every bit of texture like it hates the skin it's sitting on. It isn't smooth, it isn't stable, and it is not worth checking your reflection every hour wondering where it went. Cute in the bottle, a headache on the face, 0. And sliding off is annoying, but it's not the worst thing a foundation can do to skin our age. The next one does something that actually changes your color while you're wearing it. Estée Lauder Double Wear. This next one I put on brides. On women going back to work at 55. Anyone who told me they needed it to last all day, I handed them double wear without thinking twice. 2 out of 10 now, and writing that number down genuinely stings because for years it earned better. Then they reformulated it and something changed. The new formula oxidizes faster, going that orange muddy tone within hours, and it settles into wrinkles the way the original never did. Clients who'd worn it for years started coming into my chair asking why it suddenly stopped working. Now I know why. It's off my list for good. Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. 1 out of 10, and that hurts to say. For years, this was the cult classic, the one everyone whispered about, worth every penny. But since the reformulation, it just doesn't perform on mature skin. It separates. It won't blend down seamlessly the way the old one did. It creases right into the lines around the nose and mouth. For $70, this should look flawless at every age. It doesn't, not on skin in our 50s and 60s. A hard pass. IT Cosmetics CC Cream. 3 out of 10, and this one is a quiet betrayal because it's marketed specifically for mature skin. The formula is too dense and heavy as the last thing dry skin needs. I had a client touch her cheek at lunch out of habit, and a little of it rolled off on her fingertip like a crumb. That's what too heavy looks like by noon. It doesn't smooth texture, it grabs onto it and sits there. Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Foundation. 4 out of 10, and I'll be fair, this is the most tempting of the failures. The natural finish is genuinely beautiful the moment you apply it. Soft, fresh, exactly the look we want, but the staying power is poor. By midday, it fades unevenly, patchy in some spots, gone in others, right where you needed it to hold. Fine for a quick lunch. Not for the long days, and our days are long. If this honest scoring is already saving you from one bad purchase, do me a small favor and subscribe. I put reviews like this out every week, straight from the chair, no sponsors telling me what to say. Now we climb into the ones that actually earn a place. Clinique Even Better Clinical Serum Foundation. 5 out of 10. It's lightweight and it genuinely feels nice on the skin, which counts for a lot at our age. The honest catch is that the coverage is so sheer it doesn't do much for our real concerns. I had a client with a sunspot she's self-conscious about, and after 20 minutes of blending, you could still see it. It doesn't make anything worse. But it doesn't really help either. It's the safe one. And safe is fine until you see that the next foundation stopped playing it safe entirely, and that's exactly why it works. MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. 7 out of 10, and this is the professional pick. It's buildable, so you control your coverage. It stays put without creasing into fine lines, and the finish lands in that balanced, natural place. Reliable and worth every dollar. If you want the best foundation you can walk into a store and buy today, this is it. But I told you there was one I reach for before all of them. And you won't find it on any shelf. Luxe Color Changing Foundation. 10 out of 10, and I don't hand that out lightly after 30 years. Here is what no other foundation on this list does. It goes on almost clear. Then as you blend, it reads your skin and settles into your exact tone, your real one. That's why it never makes that orange turn at hour 3. There's nothing sitting on top to oxidize. It doesn't settle into your lines, it doesn't cling to dry patches, and the finish stays soft and fresh from morning to night. I've watched a woman go quiet in my chair, lean toward the mirror, and tear up. Not because of the makeup, because she recognized herself. That's the finish so many of us had given up on. And it's actually cheaper on Amazon than most places sell it, so I'll put the link in the description below. Go see your own skin look like itself again.